The movie starts with Dixon, whose parents are wealthy and influential. One day, Dixon decides to throw a house party at his father's house to celebrate his birthday. His friends arrive with girls and drinks. During the party, Dixon and his friends start playing cards, betting money, but Dixon bets his expensive Rolex watch. As the party continues, Dixon's parents walk in, surprised to see the party. His father asks everyone to leave, which upsets Dixon, so he leaves to continue partying at a club with his friends. Dixon's father is disappointed in his behavior but feels limited in the actions he can take. The next day, while Dixon and his friends are sitting at school, they notice a girl named Kimberly. One of Dixon's friends bets him 50,000 naira that he can't get Kimberly's attention. Dixon accepts the bet but fails, which frustrates him, making him vow to win her over. The following day, Dixon arrives late to class just as the lecturer is assigning partners for a practical project. Due to his reputation as a careless student, he is nicknamed the Shad of academic failure. The lecturer asks him to choose a partner, and he picks Kimberly. She protests, but the lecturer insists. After class, Kimberly pleads with the lecturer to unpair her from Dixon, but the lecturer advises her to give it a chance. Kimberly is upset, knowing she'll likely end up doing all the work for the project. One day, Dixon confronts Kimberly about why she's being difficult. She tells him he's not a serious student. They agree to meet at the lab at 2 p.m. But Dixon doesn't show up on time. Later, he calls Kimberly, claiming he was there but she wasn't around. They reschedule for the next day. The next morning, Dixon's mother wakes him up, urging him to take his studies seriously. But he complains that he's not doing what he loves and feels pressured by his father. At the lab, Kimberly doesn't show up this time. When they argue in front of the lecturer about their project, Kimberly demands to dissolve the group, but the lecturer refuses. She angrily insults Dixon, saying he has no future. The lecturer, disappointed in Kimberly's harsh words, agrees to dissolve the group and asks her to apologize to Dixon. When Kimberly tries to apologize, they argue again. Kimberly insists Dixon has no future because he's not serious about his education. But Dixon counters that his family's wealth gives him more chances to succeed in life. He angrily throws money at her and storms off. When Dixon returns home, his father is furious because Dixon gambled away a car meant for his grandmother. His father disowns him, demanding that he leave the house and never return unless he brings back the car. Dixon, with nowhere to go, begs the security guard for clothes and money before leaving. He turns to his friends for help, but they reject him. Desperate, he apologizes to Kimberly and asks for help, but she walks away, leaving him stranded. Later, when Kimberly sees Dixon sleeping in class, she feels sympathy and decides to help him. She takes him home and gives him shelter. The next morning, Dixon grabs a beer, but Kimberly is surprised and sets some ground rules. No more beer and he must do chores or leave. Dixon, unaccustomed to this lifestyle, complains, but Kimberly is firm, believing he will eventually adapt. One morning, Kimberly catches Dixon gambling again and angrily interrupts the game, telling him to get ready for school. When he refuses to wear the clothes she offers, she threatens to leave him outside if he doesn't come to school. That evening, Kimberly finds him gambling again, scatters the game, and tells him to leave. She returns the money he threw at her and shares her own story of hardship, blaming him for not taking life seriously. They discuss his studies, and Dixon decides to focus on becoming a better student. Dixon starts studying hard, attending evening lessons, and working on his academic performance. He eventually goes home to see if his father will forgive him, but is turned away. He returns to Kimberly's house, continuing to pursue his goals. During the exam period, Dixon's academic performance improves significantly, and Kimberly is pleased. Dixon promises to get a job to support himself while continuing his studies. They also discuss how he should reconcile with his family, as Kimberly won't be able to house him forever. Dixon's mother visits him and urges him to ask his father for forgiveness on his birthday. He agrees and invites Kimberly to join him. At the birthday dinner, Dixon and Kimberly kneel before his father, asking for forgiveness. His father forgives him, and they share a meal together. Dixon introduces Kimberly to his parents, and they have a good conversation about life and academics. Weeks later, Dixon receives his results with no failed courses. Excited? He rushes to share the news with Kimberly. They celebrate with a glass of wine, and Dixon expresses his gratitude and affection for her. Later, they visit his parents to inform them of their plans to get a bigger house together. Dixon's father is happy to see his son becoming responsible and making good decisions in life.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share my videos.